Hi everyone, my name is Simcha Lefton, Chaplain Simcha. I'm with Sanctuary Hospice. I wanted to thank everybody here for coming, especially everyone. And I wanted to explain why exactly I felt this was so meaningful to have a memorial service here at this facility. And I think all of you are living in a very special place. The care here seems to be pretty high quality, like very high quality. The people that I've spoken to, I don't remember the countries they were from, but I remember we were going through pictures of their hometown, and it was just very fascinating how much they said and how you could tell how much they value life and care and how loving they were. And I'll tell you also that a lot of facilities, you walk into the place and the places could be very dirty. But over here, I walked in once, and I was sitting down on one of those chairs, which is in the lobby, and I took off my shoes just to make myself more comfortable, and immediately someone came up to me and said, over here, our sanitation is top notch. We have to keep our shoes on. So that gives you some idea of the type of sanitation, the cleanliness, and the care that this place provides. But most importantly, the first time that I was ever exposed to the care over here was really a year ago when I overheard a conversation, and it was just really impressive, everything that I heard. So we at Sanctuary, we want to encourage, we want to continue to support the staff. We also want to support the families who lost loved ones, people who are grieving. And we know that families of loved ones often will receive support in the beginning. They'll receive support, bereavement support. People know they're grieving. People will call them up and express their condolences, and they'll speak about their loved one, and they'll have that opportunity to grieve. And that's so important. In fact, that's so important for families that a lot of times the second year of loss is actually harder than the first, because nobody talks to anybody during the second year. People assume that everyone got over it. So people stop giving anyone bereavement support. And that's how important that is. But imagine what it's like for facility workers, and in a caring place, people become, I was told just last night, people become very attached, in this facility in particular, people become very attached to the residents who've passed away. And there's really no opportunity to ever provide proper bereavement support, really. Even this is just it's like a 60th of what should really be done. And it's important that all of us grieve, and that we grieve appropriately, because when we don't grieve appropriately, we become numb. And a lot of times we see nurses, sometimes, you've probably all seen this, a nurse that seems to not really care. And you wonder, how did that person ever go into the livelihood of nursing? And one of the theories that I have is that there's probably no such thing as a nurse that doesn't care. I think maybe she cared too much. She cared too much and therefore got burnt out, because she cared about her patients. She loved her patients, and they passed away, and there's only so much a person can handle, only so much a human being can handle. And after a certain point, they're burnt out and they appear numb to everyone else, but the truth of the matter is they're the most caring of all. So in this facility, before it gets like that, right now everyone's very caring. It's a supportive staff. People care about each other. So we want to continue to support the staff, and this is support to the families as well. And that's really a large part of the intentions behind this, and that's what makes this service most meaningful over here. Any questions? I have a poem that I wrote yesterday. Now, it's about this facility, and some of the things in the poem are inside things that many of you may not really know what I'm talking about, but the general gist you'll understand, and much of it you will understand. The reason I added those little things, though, even though you may not know what I'm referring to, is because it makes it more personable, it makes it more genuine, it makes it more real. So, okay, here we go. At Harmony Nursing, we gather today to honor the lives that have passed away, to provide support to the staff of this facility officiated by the hospice company called Sanctuary. The staff in this facility are special indeed, and so are the residents. Included in this is even the assistant director of activity. In addition to Victoria, Adeline is so caring, you see. She stopped me mid-sentence to check up on Vicky, and she's the assistant director of activity. Vicky has an empathetic presence that by patients is felt. They tell her life stories that make the heart melt. I had the same sense from the social worker too, and I spoke to Robbie, he was here, I don't know where he is now, who was also a person of kindness and virtue. For he valued spiritual support, as was easy to see, when he gave me his card in response to an offer of spirituality. The DON is not a presence to fear, for she asks for divine assistance for healing here. All this is true, by the way. An office on the 4th floor has a spiritual presence, taking away feelings of loneliness. I remember in the 4th floor, I walked into the office and I said, it's impossible to become lonely here. There's prayers all over the wall. There's people all over the place, and there's other things. Where am I here? Prayers on the wall, handwritten and deep, speak of gratitude, empathy, and grief. The ice-cold water that exists on the 2nd floor, maybe it's every floor, but it's definitely the 2nd floor, allows residents to be hospitable, giving them purpose to live more. And it's unbelievable. My patient is hospitable. He's constantly getting me more ice water. He's having the staff get me more ice water. It makes him feel good. Like, it makes me feel good too. But in the lobby, I took off my shoes in order to rest, but got reprimanded by the receptionist. For sanitation is the priority, he told me. But I wonder if the deeper reason is that this place has sanctity. In the world, war exists between cultures of diversity. But over here, diverse residents and visitors exist in harmony. So harmony is its name, and now I understand why. It's about the respect given to all, no matter how you identify. For only 4 Jewish souls dwell in this place, yet a Jewish New Year ceremony is expected to take place. The staff grow attached to residents, it's easy to see. Love flows here naturally. So we hold this memorial not just to mourn, but to support the staff, their souls, that they are not torn. May Harmony Nursing be guarded from harm. May Sanctuary's mission stay gentle and warm. May health and strength in body and soul be granted to all who make comfort and healing their goal. May the acts of care become contagious here, spreading across the world, healing the wars and tears. May the kindness at Harmony never cease. May its care continue and spread till our world is at peace. I thought it was a beautiful poem, but nobody else told me so, but they will. I know.
I like it. My name is mentioned. And
your name, right. I wanted to, right. And I wrote this prayer also. I thought it was too long, but someone told me it's not too long. But it's a very beautiful prayer. So it should go quick. I'm just reading it. Master of the universe, thank you for gathering us together. There is so much that could have happened that could have prevented this gathering. You, the cause of all causes, the source of everything, allowed and even encouraged this gathering. This gathering is a fulfillment of your will, for nothing could happen without your will. Our intentions in this gathering might be different depending upon the person. We ask that you align our intentions with your will. But more importantly, may this memorial service fulfill our higher priorities, your highest priorities. Watch over this ceremony, including that it should live up to its greatest potential in sanctifying your name. Bless all of us here gathered together. May those who will benefit from being here, and if there's someone who won't benefit and may even cause negative feelings by their presence, they can take a different approach. Grant everyone forgiveness of each other so that there are no negative feelings, that we live up to our namesake, acting in harmony with each other. And by doing so, may we make this place a sanctuary, a place where your presence is wanted. Thank you for this meaningful event. This is a place where care and dignity meet. You know the weight of the responsibility carried by those who serve the vulnerable. You know the challenge of choosing compassion over convenience, honesty over profit. You know how hard it is to provide care that is high quality. We offer this prayer for those who walk that path. Bless the caregivers of this home who choose love even when it is exhausting. Bless the administrators who strive for integrity even when the system rewards shortcuts. Bless the nurses, aides, and staff who show up with open hearts even when grief threatens to close them. For those in the world who are not walking this straight path, we ask that you please help guide them to return to you, to act with honesty, integrity, and care, helping to fulfill their higher purpose for why they are here. May this facility continue to be a place where quality care and ethical leadership live side by side. May it be a place of healing, a refuge of kindness, a place where every resident is seen, heard, and honored. We know that true blessing comes not from profit, but from fulfilling what our higher selves are here to do. And this place has such a purpose, so we ask you, God of compassion, strengthen the hands of those who serve here, renew their spirits when they are weary, protect their hearts from becoming numb, and guide every choice they make to be one of integrity, honesty, kindness, and compassion. May the caregivers of this facility be blessed with the ability to continue to love, to forgive, to care, and to remain in good health. May God pour his blessings upon the relationships within this building, that they may be relationships of peace even among the diverse cultures that exist here. May God help us all reach the highest levels we can in ethics and integrity. And I'm almost done, just 5 seconds. May he bless this facility along with its staff with continued strength and compassion. I have to say, I think that was too long, but I disagree with whoever told me it wasn't. But it was a beautiful prayer. So, and the reason why that prayer is so essential is because our world is totally going in all different directions, and all of us, the DON, I asked her the other day, I said there's going to be a prayer in the very beginning of the ceremony. Is there anything you would like to include in the prayer? And she said this place, I mean, in general, there's a need for divine assistance, and she spoke about a virus that was going around, or a flu, and it was just, that's a special thing that someone's, even if, I know everyone has their own beliefs, but when someone believes that they need assistance, especially divine, but even when one believes they can't do it themselves, that's a sign of humility. But also, people need divine assistance nowadays, especially in nursing homes. And that's why this place is so special. When there's quality care, that's a sign that there's high ethics as well. Just to make it a little bit more personable, because maybe words from the heart will go in. All my life, when I was growing up, my father owned a vending company, and he was as honest as they come. When he would see a $20 bill or a few of them in the parking lot, he would walk into the supermarket, and everything was always returned or asked, even things that there was no way to find the owner. That's what he would do. And he would always tell me, whatever you do in life, he would tell me, stay out of nursing home business. 1 second. But the reason is because the challenges are so great. The challenges are just so much. So I admire anyone who's able to be in this business and is able to provide such quality care and to do so in an honest, ethical way. That's something that's the cream of the crop of society. Not everybody is able to do that, and not every nursing home is like that. We all know that there's places written up in the newspapers. I'm not saying that those places the accusations are necessarily true, but it happens. So it's something that we need divine assistance on. It's something very hard to do, and therefore this is a very special place. And may God watch over you all. Now, with that in mind, so we're going to use some gratitude here. Even in the midst of sorrow, there's often room for gratitude, reflecting on what we are thankful for, can be a source of light and healing. Gratitude does not diminish the pain of loss, but it can help us to see the beauty that still exists in the blessings we have received. Think about the moments of joy, the lessons learned, the love shared with those we are remembering. Think about the support you have received from family, friends, and the community. Sometimes it's the smallest things that remind us of the power of gratitude. And this is a very powerful line. Gratitude unlocks the fullness of life. It turns what we have into enough and more. It turns denial into acceptance, chaos into order, confusion into clarity. It turns problems into gifts, failures into success, the unexpected into perfect timing, and mistakes into important events. Gratitude makes sense of our past, brings peace for today, and creates vision for tomorrow. There's a poem, and it's hanging up. It's on the 4th floor of this facility. That room that I told you is a room full of prayers and poems. So I took a picture with permission from the one who wrote the prayers and other people's permission. I took permission to take a picture of every single prayer there. And this is one of them. I changed a word, but I tried to make a total list of all God's gifts to me, but I soon stopped because I saw it would end. It went on endlessly. The gifts he gives are many more than I could ever say. His love as well cannot be bound and guides me every day. I also know that blessings come not just with joy and gain. At times, quite unexpectedly, they're part of trial and pain. I need to have an open heart, whatever life may bring. Oh, let me magnify the Lord and let my praises ring. I did not write this. I have confessed, but I give thanks to God and know that I am blessed. We know that there's a purpose for each and every one of us and at each and every point in our life. And we ask that we've been given that divine assistance to figure out our purpose. There's a song which really says this. It's called Come On and Ride the Train. And I used to think this song was just about a train because I heard it when I was a kid. But then one day it dawned on me this song has nothing to do with a train at all. This song is only about life.